Important. We'll be going to Coastline for this match, which is, we haven't seen Coastline in a while. So at least I haven't. When Mayan play, they get rid of a Maestro, so they don't have to worry about having to destroy those bubbles or Evil Eyes, because, you know, there's going to be Wamai's in the way.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to cover. I'm just trying to cover for us.
Oh, nice shot there for Rampy, but he gets traded off, and there's action really early on in this match.
Barbed wire now looking towards main lobby. Spotted for a second. Fultz can't connect. A beautiful shot from Eclipse, as now DarkZero have taken the advantage that SSG had and completely removed it.
Plan. Thinking Nade coming up on the flank after Eclipse gets the entry, and there's Skies from above covering very well, and the flank is stopped by this barricade. That's poorly positioned, I suppose, but you can't really predict to need to have it open in a situation like this. Whatever the case be, a 1v3, and it's not going to happen. Eclipse shuts down that flank. DZ will take round number 1. Very impressive comeback there from the early deficit in terms of man count. Into Aqua. This might have been red, but it's going to be the Jaeger to win the fight. Thinking Nade, a beautiful shot onto Hot, and to be in is the real question. They need to be very careful with how they cover this. Guys holding onto Aqua balcony. The plant stopped by Fultz with a shotgun. That's what happens when you plant close. Fultz on the mirror window gets a second.
Walk up and get the kill. The puck will rotate. He wins the fight, but there's Thinking Nade, still same position. Right next to him, the wall will blow up. And if you're Space Station, you don't even need to go for the frag, but threading the needle with those shots is Thinking Nade, and Space Station will answer back. That Mira proving to be so invaluable for SSG's defense, and the Warden coupled alongside of it. But it looks like there's been a clear path in, as a frag grenade will drop down right onto the feet of SSG, and Hyper will start things off.
Just gonna wait this out. The smoke, highly relevant in this round, will be the reason why this wasn't a plant for DZ already. Meanwhile, they have to consider the plant. Nice shot from Hyper. There goes Canadian, but Fultz responds. He's keeping his team in this with a run out from Exit. Suddenly, it's going to get worse for him, though, as he's shut down by Hyper, who gets his third kill. Bosco, the hero of the early round, has to be the hero of the late round now, too. And he gets Hyper, shutting down his spree. It's a 1v1. Doesn't have diffuser. He won't be able to plant. He doesn't have time. It's going to be a win for Skies. An incredible throw from Bosco. DarkZero will take the round off of just an open wall and a free range for Skies. Canadian. Space Station the entry kill, and there's another for Hyper, who just waits on the angle and wins the fight against Fultz, who's peeking for some reason. DC, and there's no response from the C4. In fact, another for Hyper, but he finally gets shut down by Rampy, who's in a 1v5. Make that a 1v3 as he gets 2 in quick succession and clutch it up. He hears one on Repel. There's the IQ, and there she goes. Eclipse down. C4 will not hit anyone. He'd win. He will, and he gets the kill. Incredible. The crossbow giving away Mint's location. A 1v1 now, but only a few seconds for Rampy to get this. It's a nice try, even if he doesn't, though. Only a few seconds, and here's the rush. He cannot get it any longer. No ace for Rampy, no defuse right after, and DZ.
Mint's attempting the plant, as you can't see anything from Hyper. There's one for Rampy, but he'll get picked apart with Eclipse and Skies getting in on the fun. Still in the situation. Skies has the cross in the courtyard. He'll find Thinking Nade, and Bosco in an dire situation. Down, and Bosco is still just trapped inside of service. He's known for getting some absolutely heroic plays, and up there, they'll be able to open this up, and a drone inside of sight as well, as it's both members of DarkZero putting in good work, but Sky's credited with the kill onto Bosco, as that was a lose-lose situation for SSG. There's simply too much soft destruction that Bosco wasn't able to worry about the objective, at least not yet. Missed opportunity for the Twitch above. Sky still alive near the site. He'll gun down Fultz, but it's Space Station doubling up on the lone remaining member of DZ. 20 seconds, and he's going to have to continue to exert some pressure. He can't land the shot. Some missed opportunity from him. You don't see Skies do it all that often, but unfortunately for him, it comes at the worst possible time. Bosco plays that one well enough.
That's a lot of damage done to Houghton, but he's not dead yet. There he goes. Rampy with amazing situational awareness. And he's still in there. It's Canadian going down with the diffuser, but it doesn't matter because SSG already has such a man advantage. It will be swept up there in the end. SSG, great cleanup, and they will win their first round of the second half.
Honestly, a very valiant effort from DarkZero.
And he's cut off the rotation, but he'll be spotted and finished off by Skies. Look at that awareness. Must have been footsteps. I don't know. Firebolts will push Skies, but not enough. And oh, he hits the shot. Incredible. Thinking Nade barely visible thanks to the light outside. Still loses the fight to Skies. Min gets his first kill, and now Checking inside a kitchen just to be thorough, but Hyper through the wall gets the final kill, and it's a flawless round for DarkZero.
Yeah, some more of that, please. DarkZero fans obviously rejoiced as the chances in that make this work if he really wants to. Guns down one as Canadian finds a kill, but DarkZero finds two of their own. Yet another from Canadian, answered by Fultz as he's in, and it's Mint in a one. And a return to sight from the Jaeger being given away, and all three members of Spacestation watching Cool Vibe stairs quite intently, intending to deny Mint time back to the site. And it's Thinking Nate who gets picked right back up. Stairs. C4 goes, and with it will Bosco's life. This will give just the Mozzie of Skies pinned down inside a pool as Mint falls as well, and it looks like it'll be a tie game with Skies a trapped, caged animal, and he's not even making it out at all. He doesn't get through the doorway before Fultz is there to greet him with the R4C, and both of these teams will need all 12 rounds. DarkZero needed almost every single round. Return as much fire as he can inside of the lobby. One for Hyper, but then the run out gets caught by that Claymore. Down he goes. Mint pushes up, but that's Diffuser surrendered. So somebody from SSG is going. Diffuser going down. Hot and Cold gets splattered to the ground, and Fultz bursts on in at the right time to find Eclipse and Hot and 2. And Space Station have now been able to put together 4 of the last 5 rounds. Make that 5 of the last 6.
Oh, there's the C4 from Houghton, though, and now goes Rampy. So suddenly, this is very drawable. Goes on the bed, and it misses. That's huge. But Houghton gets Fultz as he rotates away from the C4.
One of members of SSG, but can't connect onto it. It's the Nomad. Unable to get Thinking Nate in time for him to take out Mint, but the trade is still coming on in. Lots of marks, but you have to be very wary if you're SSG. C4 goes out. It doesn't go anywhere. Plant going down, and it goes off quite successfully. No, it doesn't.
Oh!
Goes there with 2, and it looks like he gets the 3rd. A huge play from him as Canadian was so close to getting that diffuser down before falling off. Bosco cleans up and absolutely astonished.
Just dropped the whole round on his shoulders. He not only killed everyone to cover the plant, but he shot the C4 mid-air.
Hello, Justin. How are you doing today? Congratulations on your victory.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really well, man. Let's talk through Coastline a little bit here. It's a very frag-oriented map. Were you in any way, shape, or form frightened to go up on that map against a team like DZ?
No, not really. I think mostly because they are really known for being good in online best of ones when you have a long time to prepare. So this time we just wanted to surprise them with something that we knew that they probably wouldn't prepare. The last couple of weeks, teams have banned it first on them. So we were like, let's just take it to them, like their best map, and see if we can take them on it.
One of the operators that we've seen in 2 of your last 3 matches that showed up were Mira. Now, Mira has not been getting the same ban rate among certain teams as she used to. You think that's just a byproduct of where we're at with the meta, or you think there's another reason for it?
I think it's because there's a lot of other things that like need to take your ban over her. I think she's still insanely strong with the vision that she can give you, but I think it's kind of falling to the wayside for other things like vision or shields or stuff like along that line.
One of the things that we picked up on was that the Maestro ban came out, and I want to know if this was your strategy behind it. Kix had speculated that the Maestro ban came out just because there's so much utility that can get soaked up now if you leave a Wamai, a Jaeger, a Maestro, and an Echo on the board. You think that's something that's hindered your team, given the fact with how strong Fultz is on Maestro and how well your team tends to do playing around that Maestro play of his?
No, I think that's really smart of Kix to pick up on, because I 100% agree. Between the combination of those, like, you can run into a lot of trouble. I personally, we just banned it because Hot and Cold's really good on it. I'll just give him a shout out. Like, we wanted to take that away from him and make him play something different.
When you were attacking up against DarkZero, one of the things that we pointed out was that they lacked an awful lot of that utility soak. They weren't running a Wamai, they weren't running a Goyo, they weren't running a Castle, etc. Did that surprise you with where we are right now and with the way that the game is tending to be played by a lot of teams?
Not specifically on Coastline. Just because of the way it plays. I mean, like, you can stack a bunch of shields and stuff in, like, say, delivery or whatever, but, like, if they take a buff, they're just going to clear it, and, like, some of them they can even shoot. So not too much on this map would I say it matters. You can see, like, the other day with G2, being able to just, like, slide through the map and do whatever they wanted with like all the fragging power that they have. This map's just like so particularly different than everything else in the map pool.
Now, the last question for you that I'm going to ask, and don't take this the wrong way, but after you cleaned house at the 6 Invitational and won the whole darn thing, you have required 36 of all 36 rounds that have been played so far online. Is there some struggling? Is there a championship hangover, or do you think that's just how close North America is?
I think it's our struggles online. Personally, I think we still don't play as good as we do on LAN online, but I think that we're just like so good as a team right now that we're able to come over some of it. The first couple, I really believe the first 3 rounds should have gone our way. We should have started that game 3-0, but like we got the 2 picks we got were just like straight off of VOD info. We got 2 picks like instantly off the bat. Still lost that round. Like I think we sometimes we still struggle with like some of the late round calls and some of the, like, you know, you can get away with stuff online that you can't really at LAN, and that kind of punishes our play style. And so I think that's why like it's so close for us.
Well, as always, Justin, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. I don't care what circumstances it's in. You look
too,
great.
buddy.
I hope you're doing great. Anything to say at the end of this interview before we give it back to Kix and I to show up the MVP on the screen?
Yeah, everyone that's here watching, I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting Rainbow Six, no matter what team that you follow. Thank you for being here. And last thing I want to add to that is make sure you're staying safe. Stay inside.
It's great advice under any circumstances, but especially under these. Always a pleasure, Justin. Good luck in your match on Wednesday.
All right, thanks.